Hey, this is Jeff Glass with Alpha Media Group. Today, I'm with Travis Mejia, owner, founder of Spartan Junk Removal in California. And today we are, I'm at the office. I'm at the home office, and Travis is in his four-wheel mobile office, right? Maybe
Pretty much.
6 or 8 wheel, right? Because you got the trailer behind you. So Travis and I have known each other for a while. Travis has been a client with Alpha Media Group. He's also worked with our designer Pat closely, and we're just going to dialogue a little bit today about a day in the life of a new junk remover. Travis, there's a lot of people out there that are maybe brand new to the business. Maybe they haven't been a business owner before, haven't been an entrepreneur. And talking with you, a lot of our team gets inspired by you because you have, I think, one of the most quintessential properties of a person. You have a great attitude. You know, you're out there, you're working, you're hustling. So give me a little bit of a background of how Spartan Junk Removal came to be. Give me a little bit of history.
Well, I got tired of working for other people like most people do, the 9 to 5 job. And I was like, all right, what can I do? And we're sitting on the couch. Me and my wife were sitting on the couch, and she's like, why don't you start a cleaning company? You're already good at cleaning stuff. You're an organized freak. And I said, oh, that's a good idea. And then I did some research. I was watching Sonoma Strong Hauling, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. I jumped in. And I was like, all right, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I got the truck, I got the trailer. I started out with the utility trailer. I just jumped in and did as much research as I could before I officially opened. I did research for like 3 or 4 months before I officially jumped in. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this 100%. There's no backing out of this. And I did not give myself any options to back out. There's no escape routes. You climb that hill, the hill's gonna fall on top of you. So it's one or the other. So all right, I went for it and it took off. So I can't complain. It's a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work in the beginning for the new guys. It's, you have to get your trailer, you have to get your signs. First thing you need to do is build a website with Jeff Glass and over at Alpha Media. Then you need to build your logo. And then you need to do rat cards, talk to realtors, talk to property management. Craigslist is what I started out with when I first started. Yeah, you're going to have your crappy jobs that you don't want to do, but hey, it's money in your pocket. Trust me, it sucks. Hand unloading a utility trailer. My first big job was 6 acres. It was close, I want to say, to 100 loads on a utility trailer, hand unloading. And it sucked, guys, but it paid for dump trailers. So hard work does pay off.
Awesome. What I'm hearing, and when early settlers came here, as the story goes, was we don't ever want to burn bridges, but they burn their ships, right? Like if they're like, we're going to settle here, there's no going back across the Atlantic. We're going to have to make it
Pretty
happen.
much.
And that's what you had to do. You had to kind of burn your ships, but you've been really good at building bridges and building relationships with people within these groups. So tell me a little bit about it. Some people that you've met within these groups that you found perhaps, I know you and I have a good working relationship, but maybe some other folks that have been maybe mentors or kind of help steer you right direction. And you may be able to fast forward your little bit of your business a bit because of people that are already out there in the industry. Tell me about a couple folks.
One is the queen of junk. She's awesome, Denise Sparks. Shout out to her. She's like another mentor. You, of course, are my mentor, but she's also guided me because she's been in this for 29, 30 years. So she knows what to do, how to talk to people. And that's really helped me out a lot because I'm a hermit. I don't like talking to people. And it's like, I have to talk to people. That's my job now.
Right.
Another one is Jay Silva. He's really helped me and mentored me along the way, talking to people and what to say and how to present myself when I'm talking to apartment complexes and talking to people. You and your advice, talking to people, how you present to yourself. When like talking to realtors, bring them snacks, bring them cake, which speaking of which, I just picked up a realtor yesterday from doing that. So thank you on that one.
Awesome. I love it. The cake, the idea works, right?
Oh, it does. So
Yeah.
she has several properties she wants us to starting next week to take a look at. So that definitely helps. So I was like, yeah, super excited about that.
Rock on. That's awesome. And what I'm gathering too is it's not about just doing one thing. So you shouted out a lot of things there about having your your website and your logo, which is a lot about your brand. And just a little bit from my side is we don't consider ourselves just a marketing company, but we're a branding agency, meaning people will go and they'll market and they'll advertise, but let's just speak real terms. If your brand sucks, it's really hard to get conversions. Like if you're like, oh, I have the really good looking flyer, but your website doesn't exist, or you don't have insurance, or you don't have some of the things that are necessary out there to create a brand. I used to work in California and I come from blue collar, and I used to get so pissed off that they made me have workers' comp, and I had to have different types of liability insurance. I had to be EPA certified on some things. There was all these different things I had to have, but then something clicked in my mind. I said, man, these are just marketing tools that help me stand out from the competition. So I started really liking it. I was like, cool, every little thing that I have to pay for, it's okay if it comes back. You know, if there's an ROI, it comes back, right? So, but yeah, I'm glad you're trying the racks and the cakes and all that. One thing that we've really evolved over the years is we've really gone into not just being a marketing agency and branding, but also growing into a network and an educational platform here in 2020 and 2021. So we meet, we have weekly meetings, and we don't go into full details with that because a lot of people share trade secrets. But what have you learned? You talked about a couple individual mentors, but what have you learned as far as the power of having a network that you can tap into within these groups?
Power having a network. If you don't know something and a newbie, when I first started, I didn't have a network. Now I'm 11 months in. I'm building my network. If I need to go ask for advice, like, hey, I don't feel comfortable doing this. How should I approach this? Or it's like you don't feel comfortable, or you like, oh, how should I approach this contract with this big apartment complex? They want me to do this, this, and this, and I don't have this. Where could I go to for this, for like workman's comp? It's like I didn't have it, so who would I go to? And then Jeff Glass referred somebody. I was like, okay, now I have it. And I picked up 9 apartment complexes, and if all goes well, within 6 months, I will have all 57 of the apartment complexes.
Awesome. Awesome.
All because of the network and having people there to mentor you and ask questions. To me, the only dumb question is the one that's not asked.
Agreed. So let's talk about this. So residential, I don't want to say versus commercial, because they're both important, right? A client is client, money is money, green is green, right? So, but let's talk about residential and commercial. Can you break down the differences in your experience of those two different types of clients?
For residential, you have your customers that call you once in a while. Commercial, all my commercial clients have called me almost every month, every other single month with work, and it's like clockwork. It just boom, 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 boom. Every single month or every other single month. That's guaranteed money for commercial work. That's like my golden eggs. I love them.
That's right.
If they call, I'm answering that phone.
Yeah, you're literally picking money up off the ground, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But I want to say with the residential side, yeah, it helps, but it helps throughout the year. But the commercial side will keep you busy all year long. Yeah. You have a slow side in residential. Commercial will keep you busy.
Do you think there should be a balance? Do you think some company like yours should be 100% commercial, 50% residential? Like, give me your 2-year projection. Like, what would be ideal for you? I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. Like next year, I want to do residential, I want to do commercial, but next year I want to do dumpster bins. So my plan in the next 2 years is to be off the trucks. I'm just basically running stuff from the back end, having my guys, hey, you go do here, go there, dropping off bins. So I don't have to worry about it. It's like continuously network and grow the company, grow my brand. Because Rome wasn't a day. Gotcha. So tell me about, okay, we've gone over residential and commercial. Tell me kind of some examples like real estate agents or Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Give me an example of a couple ideal clients that you've had in your experience and their experience with Spartan.
Okay, one of the apartment complexes, or residential, start with residential, just the one we're working on now. Yesterday, I couldn't film. I wanted to, but I couldn't because there was a whole bunch of, I had to say it, everybody knows it, tweakers. And they've been evicted since June because they're selling the house. And so they were squatters, so the police had to come and it was just a nightmare trying to get them out of there so we could go to work. But after they got him out of there, the realtor's like, oh my God, thank you guys so much for coming in here, because it was last minute thing. And they're like, we need this done. And now we're here day 2. And she came and gave us donuts this morning. She's like, you guys are heaven sent. You know, you guys came in last minute, you know, you did a fair price, and you guys are doing an amazing job. And to me, if you go above and beyond for your customers, whether it's residential or commercial, it will come back tenfold.
Awesome. Awesome. And you and Mrs. are expecting Benjamin, right?
Yes, Benjamin, next month.
Next month. Okay. Are you excited? Are you going to be able to take a little time off to hang out with baby?
I am going to take at least 2 weeks off. My guys are still going to be working, but the boss is going to take time off, because that's the boss and the boss's husband, I should say, is going to take time off.
Well, I know you got to get back to work, brother. So give us, drop some contact information. Give us a little bit of hint of how we can get in touch with you. This is going to go out to your future clients, real estate agents, property managers. If you're watching this video, I've gotten to know Travis, and you can't go wrong on hiring this guy, but he's going to drop some information on how you can get in touch with him, and give us a little bit of tidbit on why Spartan is the best company to go with in your area.
Okay, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Yelp, we have our website, we're on Google My Business, we have our phone number, which is 209-872-0323. One of the reasons you want to choose us, because we go above and beyond for our customers. Not as it just a customer. To us, it's our cousin, our uncles, our aunts, our nieces, our nephews, our brothers. You know, to us, when you become a part of the Spartan team, that's exactly what it is. You become part of our team. So we're going to raise our shield and cover you if something happens, and take care of you.
Perfect. And what's the website address that we can get in touch with you?
It is, give me a second. It is www.spartanjunkremoval.net.
All right, hold up that card, man. Let's see it. Let's check out that rat card.
Rat card.
Awesome.
This
awesome.
rat card, 9 apartment complexes, and if all goes well, in 6 months, it's going to be 57 apartment complexes from one rat card from Alpha Media.
So it's worth it. A 17-cent rat card if you break it down, right?
Oh, definitely.
Brings 57 apartment complexes. That's awesome.
I want to say something about branding. You get what you invest. If you spend $1,800 on a good website, the rat cards, the business cards, the flyers, the digital ads, all of that, SEO, all of that comes back, but you have to be willing to invest the money in your brand. If you're not willing to invest the money in your brand, you will suffer. Right. And it will take a long time to get what you want to be.
And I couldn't agree more, Travis. That's why we do a lot of what we do, is because people, like I said, they get caught on I remember a client contacted me and says, hey, Jeff, he goes, can you sell me a funnel? And he was an acquaintance. I hadn't talked to him for a while. And I called him back, and a sales funnel, it's basically like a landing page. And I called him back, and he's a friend. I said, Bobby, I'm not going to sell you a funnel. He goes, what do you mean you're not going to sell me a funnel? He's like, I'm ready to pay you. I said, I understand, but I looked up your brand, and it looks like you do like 3 or 4 different things. I said, when people go to buy from you or not buy from you, they're going to be confused. So we talked about cleaning up the brand first, because I think a lot of marketing companies, and it's tempting to do and it's easy to do. It's not about, hey, here's something I got on the shelf to sell you, but it's more about what is best for the client and for their clients, right?
Yeah, so it's bringing value to them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I hear that you're alluding to, that we agree upon. Well, you're saying directly is that we bring that value first, but you got to invest in yourself, right? So
exactly.
All right, brother. I'll let you go ahead. One more thing. Go ahead.
My company as my baby, even though it's not virtually physically a baby, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to retire from in 20, 30 years. Hopefully soon.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, brother. I know you got to get back to work. So always a joy talking to you. We'll do one of these again soon. All right.
Definitely.
All right, brother. Have a blessed one. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.